No, 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 no. What's up, man? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's your boy, Sister Suede. Pastor Lee in the building. We up late night, late night, late night. Man, I'm finna do a recap of Kevin Samuels on the No Jumper podcast like a week or 2 weeks ago. I just got done watching it. Let's get it popping. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know the freaking vibes, man. Suicide Squad, keep it under the fair. Congregation, keep it under the fair. Might be some biases here and there. You already know what it is. I ain't gonna keep you out here too long. I ain't gonna do that. I know it's late and all that. But yo, I got done watching this podcast on No Jumper with Kevin Samuels. Now I finally got to hear him out and see what his philosophy is, the way he thinks, why he doing what he doing. I finally got to watch what was going on. Okay, I finally got to let him speak. You know what I'm saying? I got to see him speak and why he doing what he doing and whatnot and all the whatnots. All right, so um, this is just my opinion. You don't have to like it. It's all good. This is my opinion on Kevin Samuels on No Jumper. Okay, so Kevin Samuels from on No Jumper basically, gave him a background, because you know how people do interviews. You got to give him the background who you is. He come from sales. He come from that little sales market or whatnot. That's why he like wearing the suits. Kevin Samuels has very good knowledge in what you call that, marketing, right? It's selling and sales and marketing, and you know what I'm saying, making stern deals and learn how to do. It's called manipulation, right? But there's a form of manipulation that's not bad. Okay, so when you sell, sometimes you got to learn how to manipulate certain things, even the sales or the sales pitch, or make the deal sound like this. Like he said, when he does sales, he only give you two options. When he's selling, he only give you two options. I forgot what company he said, but he said, I ain't finna give him a variety. You got two options, baby. Let's go. That's how he closed deals and stuff like that when he closed deals. So he understands that image is a big part of selling. Okay, and he understands that now attention is like the new drug, right? Attention is the new drug. So, and he already had that already. So now all he had to do is transform it over to the digital world, and it's on. So now that makes sense. I understand that. If he take the business, that he take the skills set that he learned from the sales world, and now he come along and he put it on the digital world. What makes sense? He already was doing his relationship advice. He said he was already doing that. He got the men and he got the women. So he listened to the man's side, he listened to the women's side, and he tried to figure out, where he can put a common ground. It's not like he said he started off talking with men only. He said he started off only listening to the men and not the women. And then, further along, he started hearing both sides of the story. And so that's how he became to give relationship advice to both sides. It was only about the men. And yeah, and y'all gotta realize Kevin Samuels is a man. So a lot of things going to come from a male perspective, and he might be biased towards the males, which is okay because you have women out here who speak out like this and they're biased towards the women. That's the thing we have to understand. Okay, we have to understand that. So the women that's upset, okay, I understand you might don't like the tone, but what he's saying is what he's saying false or not? Okay, because you gotta understand that. So you might, just because somebody you don't like the tone, you gotta overlook that sometime and see exactly what they're saying. Is it false or not? Okay, boom. We got to that part of the interview, which is okay. I respect that. He giving the rundown of who he is, and then he asked him how he became famous. He just went viral. One of his videos went viral because he said he only started. He said he was doing his thing at another platform or something like that, or had like 70,000 subscribers or something like that. Then he had one of his videos went viral. And I think he came on YouTube. I think he said like 70,000, something like that. But he was getting shadow banned. He said he was getting shadow banned from YouTube because that type of content, they wasn't allowing that type of content. Then after a while, you know, I guess they uplift the ban of that type of content, and then he was able to flourish a little bit more. So most of his content that wasn't getting monetized all the way, for the people who got channels, we know exactly what he mean when he says the yellow turned to green. If you make videos, you know what he mean when he says the yellow turned to green. So he said most of his content start turning to green, which means, you know, it can get 100% of the revenue. You know what I'm saying? It'll get monetized a little bit better. You can get more money that way. So that start taking off when his videos went viral. The ban, his shadow ban has been lifted. The content is accepted now, and then, you know, it basically took off. And, you know, he started doing certain shows over here. Now people want to talk to him, but he's saying he took the skill set he learned because he understand that, look, okay, you know, the image is one of the best parts of selling, and attention, and people want to see you, you know, looking good is a good thing. What's his facts? That's not a lie. That's not a lie at all. That's not a lie. Looking good is part of the plan when you want to sell yourself. He's not lying. He's not lying about that at all. What else? Okay, so when it comes to the remember, Kevin Samuels is a man. So we can't always get upset at men who coming from a man perspective. You know what I'm saying? We have to start understanding what he means. So now when I got to hear him speak, and why he says the women want this and the women want that, and they demand this, he's not lying. You just have to take out, you know what I'm saying? Because we quick, if somebody says something we don't like, we quick to say you a narcissist and this and this. No, forget all of that. Just sit back and hear what he said. You can see he's not lying, man. I'm one of those niggas who like to keep it 100. I'm one of those people who like to keep it 100. So I finally got to hear him speak. The man is not telling no lies, man. He ain't telling no lies. Now, you don't have to agree. It's a difference. You don't have to agree with it. But that doesn't mean the man is out here trying to make you do this and make you do that. This is his perspective. He said he gathered information, and he's giving you the information that he gathered. That's what he's saying. Not only from statistics from online data, but from people that he talked to from months on months on months and years on years on years. Remember, he's been doing his relationship what you call that, relationship, like you say, relationship coach or relationship with therapy, if you will. He's been doing this for a long time, so it's not like he's new to this. So you don't have to agree, but that doesn't mean he's wrong. So I'm like one of those people who like to keep it funky. Just because you don't agree doesn't mean he's wrong. Now, when you listen to him say a woman is picky and choosy, when they say that, when they say she you know, maybe she want a man who making a certain amount of money, right? And now it's not bad that you want that, right? If you could get it, go get it. See, that's the thing. He might tell you, like, man, you might want to get somebody your speed because you know that might not work for you, right? But then he also said, look, go ahead and get that. Just make sure you're prepared for it. Because, you know, men with money and women that ain't got all the money, they choose, you know, treat you a certain way. They might pump and dump your ass or cheat on you or something. So Kevin Samuels basically telling you, you know, you got a better chance. You got a better chance at that love thing that you want is somebody at your speed. Because if you get somebody who's way higher than you, you know, those type of men, you know, they got their own type of thing going on. And, you know, and vice versa with the man too. The man, you know, you want a woman who you want to take care of, you got all that. Yeah, but it's certain women out there who want to, you know, they might get tired of taking care of your ass. And they might, you know what I'm saying, forget, I want a nigga my speed. It goes both ways. So listen to Kevin Samuels finally explain, you know, the way that he conducts his back and forth with women and men. Now I get a better understanding, because I was just listening to what everybody else is saying, but now I get an understanding. Yes, you know, remember, this is his this is what he thinks. This is what he believes, what he thinks. You should not get mad over that. But that's how we programmed to just hurry up and get mad because we don't like it, and the society say you're a narcissist and you can't tell me what to do. Remember, this is somebody else saying it. You do not have to agree, or you can agree. but it should not, if you sit back and just listen to somebody without getting mad and upset, you can say, you know what, I can kind of rock with that. Now we got to understand everybody's delivery is different. So if Kevin Samuel's delivery is not your delivery, you don't like his delivery, then you could go listen to somebody else with the same content with the delivery that you like. That's how it goes. Because a lot of people say, I don't like what he said. Okay, well, go find somebody else with the same content with a little lower delivery. Remember, man, when you grow up, your parents don't your parents might yell at you and be nice to the little brother, or yell at the sister and be nice to the little brother, whatever how you want to say it. So sometimes that's how it is. We cannot please everybody. You cannot please everybody. All you can do is do what you do and let everything else take care of itself. So hearing Kevin Samuels, go talk about the woman, he's a man. So he said he started off listening to men. So he's saying what a lot of men can't say to certain females, which he's not lying about that. A lot of males have insecurities. When a woman say, "I want a man with this, I want a man with that," so a man is insecure to go up to that woman because she already letting it be known, nigga, you better have this, you better have that, you better have this. So you know what I'm saying? He got to try to kind of up his game, which is not a bad thing. It's really not a bad thing, but to some people, it's discouraging. It crushes their ego. And then you flip it to the males. The males do the same thing to some of these women. They be crushing their egos and making them feel insecure. So then they gotta go. Then they try to go do something that they don't want to do to please the man. See, when you listen to Kevin Samuels without going crazy, 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 or you say I don't like what he's saying, you start to understand that he's not lying about anything he's saying. He ain't lying about it. You might not like the way he said it, but when he's telling you on both sides of the spectrum what's going on. But remember, he's talking from a male point of view. He's not a woman. He's not a woman talking to a man and letting you know what the women want. He's a man talking to the women, letting him know what the men want. See that now when you see it from that angle, you can get a better understanding. We got to learn how to listen more than attack. If we be on attack mode while we listening, then you ain't gonna understand. Don't be on attack mode while you listening. Won't you listen before you attack? Man, this man make a lot of sense, man. He makes a lot of sense. You might not like his delivery, but he make a lot of sense, and that's how I give it up too. A lot of people probably don't like my delivery, but I be making a lot of sense. I like to give reality. So when he says that he talked to a lot of women and a lot of men. So Kevin Samuels might not be your cup of tea. So you got to find somebody else that would give you something to make you feel like, okay, you can help me. Remember, every belief system, it might not work for you. A certain belief system, a certain spiritual practice, it might not work for you, but it's going to work for that person. So the women that says Kevin Samuels helped them, don't bash them because that was something that helped them. Any man that says Kevin Samuels helped them, don't bash them because that's something that helped them. Because whatever helped you, you don't want them saying you stupid for following that. You know what I'm saying? So Kevin Samuels is a man who's giving out the speaking for the man to the women, but also letting the man know some of the things the women want the man to know, because he's right, man. Communication is gone. A lot of communication is gone. What you call that? Family sticking together is not right. So he's not lying. He ain't lying. Marriage is not the thing of the black community anymore. He ain't lying. I'm glad I finally took time to listen to this man himself, because I like to see what the fuss is about. I finally took time to hear this man out, and he is not lying. It's a lot of males out there who egos get crushed by these females, and then vice versa. You got males doing crazy stuff to please females. You got females out here doing stuff to please males. So he's not lying. So he's preaching. Before you won't you try reaching something that's obtainable before you reach something that's not obtainable? Not saying that the 100,000, 300,000, 500,000 person isn't obtainable, but you have a better chance right here. That's nothing wrong with that. Now look, Kevin Samuels got mad at B. Simone for saying, and other people saying, forget a 9 to 5. I want somebody my speed. Kevin Samuels got upset at that. Me, I disagree because he's a man and he's like, man, forget that. It's a lot of good working brothers. Again, preference. We can't get mad at people for having preference. We can't get mad at that. Now it might hurt your feelings, but we got to respect it. Kevin Samuels didn't like that. What you mean you don't want a 9 to 5 brother? You want somebody your speed who work in the same field as you. There's nothing wrong with that. I disagree with that. I disagree with that. If a woman want a man in her own speed, he should be able to do it because that's what men do. It's a lot of men who say if they work in the industry, what they do, they mess with girls who in the industry. So why a female can't say she want to work with a man in her industry when you see dudes and these entertainers only they ain't going to Walmart getting these females. They not going to regular jobs that's not they go into what? They getting the same chicks in Hollywood, the same chicks in entertainment. They getting women who got money just like they do. And he said another thing like, oh man, why you dissing a truck driver? Because the title, he make good money. Well, you got men who do that too. It's certain women who make certain money like, I don't really want to date that type of woman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know she got money, but I want to date a woman who's doing this. It's all about preference. See, that don't bother me because once you understand that everybody has their own preference, I mean, that it shouldn't bother you like that because that's what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I understand exactly what he's saying. I agree with a lot of that, but I'm not mad at a female who says she don't want a man with a 9 to 5. She wants somebody who does the same type of work she does or in the same field, so he can get a better understanding. I ain't got no problem with that because that's that individual's life. That's that individual's life. So why would I get mad? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna take offense to that. Hey, man, all right, that's what's up. Do your thing. Because men do it all the time. Man, I want a girl with a fat ass, you know what I'm saying? I want a girl who look like this. I want a girl who look like that. Men, we come outside and do it all the time. We come outside and do it all the time. Man, I want a girl who do this. I want a girl who making this. I want a girl who look like that. I want a girl who drive this. So we got here just making all. So I can't feel too bad. Kevin Samuels is a man speaking for men. So I can't really be upset at that. He's a man speaking for men. You got women out there who speak for women. I can't be mad, man. You know, it's a balance of the thing. So I'm not even upset. Now I don't agree with everything. I don't agree getting mad at a female saying she don't want a 9 to 5. Like that's her prerogative. That's her preference. I can't get mad at that. There's a lot of men who skip over females because they got a certain job. Right? It's a lot of I don't like a girl who will strip. I don't like a girl who work here. The same way a female might say she don't like a dude who worked there. So I understand both sides that we do it to each other. So I'm not really mad. But the main thing is it's an individual speaking from his own experience and his own data gathering and his own experience with other people, and he's giving it to an audience, and I gotta respect that. I'm not mad. I don't have to agree with everything, but I'm not gonna come on here and shoot at the brother like other people are. I finally got to see his point of view. I finally got to see how he gives it up and the point where he come from and stuff like that. And I can't be mad. I can't be mad at that. I mean, people still call up and they want to hear his advice and they want his help, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because the truth of the matter is, in the black community, there's not enough communication of asking people what they want. There's not enough marriages that's happening that stays together because people are not communicating. It's all about hooking up, bang, bang, bang. If something happened, it's crazy. Then when it comes to the kids, yes, certain women, they got probably 4 or 5 kids and they like, oh, I still should get everything I want. Well, like he said, well, if you look at your situation, you know what I'm saying? And like that dude said, if you look at a woman with like 4 or 5 kids and then a girl with no kids come around, you know what I'm saying? What you think you're gonna beat out the girl with no kids? It all depends. Most likely you won't beat out the girl with no kids. It all depends who the dude is. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what he say about that. I understand that goes to a man, because a girl would tell a man, now I don't want to date a nigga with kids, or I don't want to date a nigga with that. So it go both ways. So I'm not here to point fingers at men or women, because it actually go both ways. So I don't really get mad at that. I just think we got a category. We should put certain behaviors in a certain box, because what we do is we look at one individual, and then we categorize a whole slew of people, everybody like that, or no, we need the people whoever present this behavior, just put them in that category. But it's a learning process, because a lot of people say not all, we know, of course, so we say that for a disclaimer. But the people who act like this, then you say this is how I feel about them. You know what I'm saying? But it's a growing process, man. I'm gonna listen to it some more. I'm gonna see what type of game you get, because we gotta always give somebody a chance, man. But with the black community, man, we always strike before we listen, or strike while we listening. We should learn how to listen before we strike, and get a better understanding what somebody is saying and where they're coming from. You might not like it. You might get upset at something. I mean, you might not like it, but at least try to understand, even if you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And that's it, man. I'm out of here. It's your boy Suey Pastor Lee, man. I'll hit y'all tomorrow later with a part 2 or something like that. But yeah, Kevin Samuels not bad, man. He's just a person who speaks from his experience personally, with from helping people with relationship advice. And he does it live, and he put there. If you don't like his delivery, I mean, that's fine, but you have to argue the points. And one thing I like what he said, man. Don't attack the person. Don't attack me personally. Argue the points. Like he said, y'all think exposing me from being this, exposing me from doing this, that's supposed to stop what I just said? That does not negate what I just said. The facts I put forward. So he's right about that. Because just because you expose him for something, does that wash away everything he just put on the table that makes sense? It doesn't. It doesn't. So I see y'all when I see y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in and all of that. Subscribe to the channel, man. Yeah, go check out No Jumper with Kevin Samuels if you have it. Yeah, a lot of stuff he say is straightforward, and it makes a lot of sense from both sides. But remember, he's a male speaking for the males, because he started with the males first. Okay, he started with the males first, so he's a male speaking from a male perspective. All right, but he does give a little bit of both sides. So you got to understand that. You got to give people a chance to understand what they're saying before you shoot them down. All right, talk to your soul mirror, the balance keeper, no one safe, poking the people, sisterhood, anti-bully gang, silverback gang. Lee love the ladies, lady loves Lee, and ladies, you are definitely love Lee. Don't chase the light, let the light chase you. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, man. Hit the notification bell, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.